Hooray! Yeah, but I think that's been missing for a while. Well, it's been missing since, what, the last core set? Even though the last core set was, again, not really a core set. My wondering is, because they brought in the Nicol Bolas flip card, is if they're going to make an Ugin flip card. That would be incredible, because there are Ugin references in this. That would be insane if they brought in Ugin and made him a flip. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. My favorite. It's not my favorite. That's a lie. R. They'll say R. Actually, being down a heart with bombs is not necessarily where I want to be right now, because you can easily take damage in here. Gotta wash the taste out of my mouth from last night's run that we would have won by 20 minutes if we had found the fucking fire rod, and then we ended up getting 3rd out of 3. It's also known as last. About like 5 minutes. Just gonna let this one go. What happens? Shit. Hate wasting bombs in here. Which means I only get 3 bombs to use on the rat. That's when it gets difficult. That's the only difficult part about bombs, really, is the rat. And I'm just gonna kill this one now, because I don't want it to get in my shit later. Ooh, early flute. I like that. I'd rather have a, you know, another weapon there, but hey. Beggars, choosers, fluty, poopy, snoopy, poop dog. The only good thing about bombs is that it is pretty quick because you don't have to farm for the bombs. So we're already hitting the staircase before 4. Yeah, we're at 357 going up the stairs, so that's pretty good. Just because, again, you don't have to worry about farming shit. Because you already got what you need. As long as you don't screw up the rat. That's all that matters. Don't screw up the rats. That was a hit song back in the 80s. It probably was. What time is it right now? It's 10 o'clock. So yeah, we're going to be racing in approximately, what, 9 hours? Nice liver die matchup, always great. I just need to play smart tonight. That's the thing. I just need to play smart. Because I feel like if I had played smart in game 2, I probably would have won that by 10 minutes. But I was being stubborn, which I never do. I always do. Yeah, I just need to not be stubborn and not avoid, like, swamp and ice when it's pretty fucking obvious there's shit there. And I would love an early ice rod tonight if, you know, if Turtle Rock is at least required, because if you guys didn't catch first 2 matches, they were both decided by the ice rod. Both. What are we gonna get at, like a 612 with bombs? Right at a 611. I'll take a 611 with bombs. That's pretty good, actually. Bombs is just a slow... We've got items. We can almost do Hera. Pope! Green rupees are abundant today. So, I still do this. It's boomerang. I still check the Agaledge, and the only reason I've been doing it lately, and I've determined this, I've seen a lot of races where Agaledge just gets missed. And I understand why. It takes about 20 or 30 seconds to do it. That's respectable. I understand that. But what I'm noticing is in those exact same races, at some point during the race, unless it's a jet seed, those same people go back and check it later, and it takes longer. Because you gotta then work your way into it to get there. And it's just, I think it's worth the early investment to do it. Because when you have to go back and check it later, it just takes longer. There's only one good time that you can do it, and that's if you're walking up to Death Mountain. Otherwise, you have to go out of your way to check it. Yeah, it happens too much. Because it happens like, oh, well, I need to find the ice rod, or I need to find this. Maybe it's at Lumberjack. I have to save quits to go to Sanctuary, to boot around, to get up there just to check the fucking tree. So, I don't think I'm never going to stop doing that. Maybe if, again, let's say, for instance, I was in a race where I knew that I was just, execution-wise, clearly worse than my opponent, which is going to happen eventually. It's probably not going to take very long either. Maybe in a race like that, I'll skip it, because then I'll just take the risk that it's not going to be there. Hi. Could you not step all over my shit, please? My cat caused me to screw that up. Hey, what are you doing? Cat, move. Oh my god, cat, your butt is in my... oh, there, she moved. Yeah, I agree. And it's one of those things. It's like you have to check it. At some point during the match, unless it's a jet seed, and you just walk into it, at some point you need to check it. Why don't you just check it when you're there? I've seen enough matches. I've watched maybe 30, 40 matches just in the bracket stages. Well, maybe not in the bracket stages. I mean, overall. We'll call it 40 matches overall in this tournament that I've actually sat and watched, and I see it all the time. And I just don't understand. Again, I guess let's put it this way. I understand only to the point that if you know that you're going to be behind inherently, then yes. Then I agree. Great example of this is in my bracket of 8, because I generally take these big brackets and break them up into brackets of 8. It just makes it easier to deal with. Farame is in my bracket, and Farame is better than I am. Farame's actually in this race. If that were to happen, I'd probably skip it. Shovel? Ew! Fetch quest to a fetch quest? Ew! 6-1 in red. 6-1 in red. Hey, Metsur, good morning. Yeah, she's been a turd again today. She woke me up at 6-ish, wanting to cuddle under the blankets. The way that she gets my attention when I'm obviously asleep is she claws my arm. It's always a nice way to wake up in the morning is with a cat claw in your arm. But that's how I started my day. Then I got up around 7:30-ish, I'm going to say, to feed her. And then went back to bed. And then, of course, after she finished eating, she comes right back into the bedroom and fucking sits on me. It's like, and I told this joke to my wife this morning, it's like, I already got breakfast. But what about second breakfast? Yeah. Shit, missed one. Missed two. Oh, that one ran. He ran into that one. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's ridiculous, this cat. Little goo, a little late. So, anybody realize what I forgot to do? I didn't cash in my flute. I didn't cash in my flute.
Cash in your flute.
I haven't forgotten that in a long time, but I did hear. I did not win. I actually was in Turtle Rock to end the game, and unfortunately it was Fire Rod locked, and it took me 20 minutes to find it, and I lost by about 6 minutes. So yeah, I ended up losing by about 6 minutes on that one. I didn't fucking cash my flute. You suck. Yeah. That's what it came down to being, is unfortunately there was one key on right side that was required by Fire Rod. If that one key wasn't there, and unfortunately it was shovel at the pokey spot, or not the pokey spot, the chain chomp spot. If the chain chomp spot would have been the small key, I would have won by 20. It wouldn't even been close. I was that far ahead. But the fucking Fire Rod was in Misery Mire. And I had no reason to go to Misery Mire at all. So I didn't do Misery Mire until close to the end, and that was that. Yep, that was exactly it. That's what it came down to being, so I didn't have a reason to go. When I was at the Mire entrance, when I was in that area, I was already set because I found the difficult shit. Because Hookshot was on Bombos. That was a tough one to find. And ether, which was required, was on ether. So, yeah, it just didn't work out on that one. Whatever, shit happens. It was just a fun little Migo match, which was fun. I enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. Ether here. Alright, let's mark this down. So ether, and then blue, and green, and 5. And that's it. I gotta be really quick here. Otherwise, that Deathbird will kill you. Ooh, look at that! We have a hammer! Now we actually can do Hera. When we leave here, we gotta remember to do... we need to remember to go check checkerboard before we leave here. And then, yeah, let's just go straight to Hera. Is desert... I mean, I don't care if it's mood locked. It's not. So we could clear this up to the point where we can't... Well, we can't do land moa, but... You know, we can actually do the first half of this, which I think we will. It's 2 items fairly early. It's not a big investment. This only takes like a minute or so to clear this. So. One of these two is going to be the big key. And we're only going to get 1 item out of here. And then we'll leave here. We'll do checkerboard. We'll do Agina, and then we save quit to Link's house. Flute up to 1. And we start clearing out Death Mountain. Not worth the time. Oh well. Shit happens. I'm gonna play this smart. When I can clear something, I'm going to clear it. I'm just gonna play it smart. I'm gonna play it smart and safe. We may not win this race, but that's the way we have to do tonight's race. We gotta play it safe, we gotta play it smart. Because I feel if I play it safe and smart, overall execution-wise, I will be ahead. I'll just be... Overall, I'll be ahead by a few minutes, so... I feel that's the proper way to approach this one. Oh, last night was crazy. Yeah, last night was, I mean, I couldn't have done a seed any better than I did last night. Now, if it was a tournament seed, I would have fucking gone into Mire. It was clearable when I decided not to go in there. The problem is it was a bingo seed, and there was no, Mire gave me literally nothing. So, that's why I didn't go in there. Otherwise, I would have gone into Mire, like, I don't know, really early. I had access to it super early, so... Yeah. The way I routed last night was just stellar. But, yeah, Jesus. Considering it was bingo, I had no reason to do... I'm just gonna not chance this. We're just not gonna chance this. A death here is not the end of the world, but it's really annoying. Yeah. I think last night our decision-making was just perfect. And again, if it wasn't for the fact that it was the bingo seed for that Mire, I think we'd have been fine. So I'm not broken. It was fun. I enjoyed last night. It was a lot of fun. I haven't had a chance to do many of these because they've been racing during the day. Because I don't know what the hell Blaine does for a job. I have no idea what he actually does for a job, but he plays constantly. So I wish I could do that. It's just bragging rights. That's it. There's actually no prize. There's no money investment or anything like that. It's just time. So it's just bragging rights. Notoriety. And we are... We're fire locked here. I mean, I'm not too concerned overall just because I'm not winning the tournament. Hell, I think there's a chance I'm not getting out of the first round based off of where we're at right now. But it's, you know, I understand that when it comes down to this, there's... Oh, fuck. Really? There's so many better players in this event. But... Jesus, apparently I can't even get through Spiral Cave. Yeah, he did, Thelane's match yesterday. I caught a few minutes of it. It was right when we were about to leave for dinner, so I didn't get to catch all of it. Gotta be careful here. I don't want to die. Not right here. But, there's so many good players in this race. The thing is, I could steal a game. But I'm just gonna go down here. I could steal a game, but I can't steal a match. Like, let's say Ben came up. Or Christos or Andy or the high-end guys. Like, again, I could steal a game. I'm not worried about that, but it'd be really difficult to steal 2 out of 3. Because I think the 2 out of 3 is a great rule in this case, but it also defeats the ability to steal matches. So it's a good and a bad. But I think it's proper. I think this is the way it should be. Oh yeah, I'll definitely give it to you. We win this whole thing? You bet your ass I will. You got it. Yes, there's the Alright. Yeah, we're gonna keep going here. Damn it. Should be fine there. I'm a little high, but... Yeah, you bet your ass. We get to that point, I will get you your marathon. You bet your ass. That is the safest gamble, so... Well, it's true. It's totally true. It is the safest gamble in the world. Alright, well, we get to go back to Hera. And Turtle Rock is Bombos! Hookshot would be nice here, but that's not going to happen. Alright, so we're going to get these 2 out of the way. We'll go back, we'll do Hera. And we'll finish at Spike Cave, which we should be able to clear with this. We have, what, 7 hearts? And we'll have full magic. That should be enough. 8 hearts. 9 hearts. Do I hear 10? Alright, so which way should we be going here? After we finish Hera. I guess we'll wait and see what we get for items. If we get no items, we'll just go to Thieves Town. Because that's also a 5-6. This is the other half of it. So that actually opens up Fat Fairy immediately. Which is very, very tempting. When you get an early Fat Fairy, and you haven't cleared anything on Dark World yet, that's just super tempting. Alright, let's figure this out. So we're going to get 2 items here. We'll finish. We'll end at Spike Cave. So we'll do Spike Cave. We'll save, quit out. If we find the hookshot of the boots, we might still go over to Hookshot Cave. If we find nothing, we already have the hammer. So we'll do the hype. We'll just do Thieves Town around to hype. And then we'll take that up north to Pyramid, and we'll do Pyramid and Fat Fairy at the same time. Actually, that's really fucking efficient. That's actually really efficient. I like that plan. So, Hookshot would change the plan here. What else would change the plan? Actually, that's about it. I mean, Boots technically would be... both of these. Boots would be one... I'd have to walk a long way just to get one item. I don't think I want to do that. That's a long walk for a single item. I love it when those guys just say, fuck it, I'm dead. Commit suicide. Just bleh. Okay. Well, we are going to check Spike Cave, or Hookshot Cave then. And we'll do that, and then we'll have to come back. So we're going to double back here. It's going to take it a minute, but it's worth it. Because I definitely want to get Spike Cave checked. It's in logic. We're up here. It means we don't have to come back here for any reason. So far this has been pretty linear. I mean, there wasn't really a choice. The only thing we didn't do is we didn't go to Eastern. Be careful there. I didn't want to fall down the hole. Alright, so we left our portal back there on the bridge. That's actually very convenient. We'll get that one on the way back. So we'll go back, we'll do Hookshot Cave, we'll come back, we'll finish at Spike Cave, and then I think, yeah, we just pick up the route from there. Works. Yeah, this portal's still here. Ow. Those things hurt. Yeah, 4 hearts in green mail when you body them. Nice. Temper. Tempura! And some beautiful, lovely boots. And the bow! Holy shit. Had everything. Oops. And I died. Okay, we're gonna hope that there's nothing at Spike Cave. I think with everything in tow, we're just gonna go do... If there's something at Spike Cave, that's gonna hurt. But we've got better things to do now. Let's do... we're gonna do Pod, we'll do Eastern... That was a very inconvenient bonk. Yeah, these are both crystals, too. So these are good checks. We also need to check Sashrala while we're here. So it's really been very linear until now. God, I really hope there's nothing in Spike Cave. We've kind of put Spike Cave on the back burner now. It's gonna take forever to go back there. Oh, you dick! Fuck off and die! I saw that coming. I got pinched. That spear pinched me. Alright, there's no reason to do Eastern before. So, we'll just do pod first. So, we can actually start figuring out our go mode here. So we need both rods. We need Ether and Bombos. So that's those 4. We need the Cane of Samaria. We definitely need the Flippers, so that's 6. And that's it. So we need 6 items. Yep, that's it. That is not the bomb. Down to 2 bombs here. We actually need to be, we're gonna need to stop and get some when we go through the right side. Luckily, there are a bunch of them there. Why are we bonking lately? I've had a bad case of the bonks lately. Ugh. I really have. I had a bad case of the bonks. I don't get it. We did really well with the bonks for a while, and then the last couple of days we've just had a bad case of the bonks. I need to get these. Fire rod! Wow. Well, we're hitting it exactly the way we need to hit it. The only drawback here is that this is about as linear as, about as linear as you can get. So it's not like we're doing anything that the other runners aren't also going to do here. I mean, this is going to be the route you take. So it seems very, very, very linear. This could come down to an ice rod. This really could come down to where's the ice rod at, and if it's in a bad spot. That was unintentional. I'm tired of getting hit by that fucking thing. Rando! Pick up a little extra coin for Zora if we need to do Zora. Dick. Oh, this world is wide open right now. Did you guys not, like, spitfire all over the place? Thank you. got a bad case of the bonks today. Bad case of the bonks today. So I'm thinking like items like shovel, which... Oh, actually, you know what? We're in a good spot to actually pick that shovel up and turn it in. Because when we go from the... When we do the route from Thieves Town, that's actually going to be really convenient to stop by the library and just pick it up and just go. Yeah, that's actually going to be really convenient to do that. Whoops. Alright, Helmsor should have an item. I believe I counted right. And then the only thing that's got me right now is Spike Cave. If Spike Cave actually has something, we've lost already. We just don't know it yet. Hey, Shin. Thanks, dude. Doing good. Getting one little warm-up race in before my wife and I kind of just chill for the day. I got a feeling this is going to come down to an ice rod. Something like that. This is going to come down to like an ice rod or some overworld item that is a little bit out there. So yeah, after this, we have to go towards... I think we have to just do Thieves Town. So we'll finish Eastern. We'll head to Thieves Town. I still need 2 medallions, flippers, and cane. That's a lot of shit. But we did find the fire rod here. It's not... Fire rod's actually not incredibly important right now, but... Yeah. I mean, she kind of got hers already. That was last month. Somebody just asked if you get a nod because you were a single parent for a while. For Father's Day. If you get... Yeah. It's like, she got hers last month. She got Mother's Day. Every day is Wife Day. Yeah. Yeah, my mom would be the same. Was it last year we were in Vegas? Yeah, it was last year, right? Yeah. Yeah, last year we were in Vegas for Father's Day. Last year we went to Grand Prix Vegas. My wife and a buddy of mine's wife basically spent most of the time there. As me and my buddy played Magic for 4 days. Or 3 days, whatever it was. I gotta call my pops here, and as soon as I'm done, I need to call my pops. The only issue with calling my dad, and I don't want to have... Obviously, I gotta call my pops for Father's Day, and, you know... He's gonna rib me, because we've been trying to get a... he lives in Florida, and he's been ribbing me forever about coming down there to visit, and it's so difficult to set up a... It's so difficult to set up a trip to go to Florida, especially after we had a Jamaica trip. I have to arrange shit with my boy, because he's spending his summer vacation, at least half of it, in Iowa. So it's just difficult to plan, and he's gonna give me shit about it. So they just enjoyed Vegas for 4 days. Which is really, really easy to do. You know, Johnny and I, my buddy that came down with us, we enjoyed it in a very different way. Which is usually the case. So... Great thing about Vegas is that there's always shit to do. I'm too far left. Oh, I still get it? Nah, I was too far left. That last one I saw I was going to squeeze through. Yeah, I was off just a little bit. That last one was never going to come all the way around, so... Dread, you're going to have to specify. I heard a lot of things happen at Vegas. I know that we're broke again. And basically they had like a 3 or 4 hour delay on pairings. I mean, this should surprise nobody. I don't think my wife actually doesn't gamble. They didn't do any gambling, really, while we were there last year. You did a few slots while we were just out and about. Yeah, but that's it.
Last time I did slots, I got $200.
Yeah. Yeah, I do tables, but you know, I usually just do one night or maybe 2 nights of tables. I don't do a ton, just because I don't have a gambling problem, but only because I don't have the opportunity to gamble very much. If I did, I think I would actually have a gambling problem. The casinos here in Chicago are all in the Hammond area. They're just far enough away to be inconvenient. Yeah, didn't they have to give out comp for the people in the Grand Prix because there was so much of a delay? Don't they have to comp Grand Prix now or something? I heard they have to give away a Grand Prix, like they said that they'll get a free Grand Prix anytime for this year or some shit like that for Channel Fireball. Something like that. Yeah. It's one of those things. I do have, so, yeah, that's what I've heard, is that they announced that anybody that was in the Grand Prix basically gets a free Grand Prix entry at some point during the year. Yeah, so Weir, which is the pairings software, what basically makes the pairings and sets the standings and stuff for Magic events, it's a giant piece of garbage. It often breaks, and apparently they had issues yesterday where it was, or no, it was Friday, where there was like 2 or 3 hour delays between rounds because they couldn't get the pairings done. So yeah, they're basically comping Grand Prix. Everybody that was in the first Grand Prix, because there was multiple Grand Prix, gets free entry to one Grand Prix sometime this year. Yeah. Yeah. What? Well, they don't use Weir? What? Where? What do they use? How do they not use that? Is there something else they use just for the Grand Prix? I didn't know this. I figured they all used it. Oh, oh, that's right. No, it's Walter. Yeah, it's Walter. It's the same. Yeah, it's same premise. I think the issue is that doesn't Walter also have to dial back to Wizards? It makes a callback to the Wizards database. And I think that's where it breaks the majority of the time. Is it has to make all those fucking frequent callbacks. Yeah, it's got the same core. That's the problem. God damn it. Why do I bonk that every time? I don't understand why it has to make those callbacks. I mean, every time that I'm at an event that Weir breaks, excuse me, it's because of the database callbacks. I mean, that's why that shit breaks. If he's out there, he's probably watching Boyne's stream. Boyne's in this race, too. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I saw that. I was late. I went the other way. Lost me a second or two. Alright, so good news, bad news. Good news is we've done everything that we can do up to this point. The bad news is now we're in overworld mode, where the majority of the stuff that we have to do now is all in the overworld. So we have to... Yeah, no shit. Again, if there's something in Spike Cave, we've lost this race. I'm not going back there anytime soon. And if there isn't, that's great. We saved a minute or 30 seconds or whatever it would have taken us to do Spike Cave. So now we're in overworld mode. Because we actually can't even get into most of these dungeons at this point. At least not by... Unless, you know, unless we break logic, so... Alright. The good thing is here, this is going to be a very efficient route. So we have to stop and get the shovel here. Before we do anything. And I think this is a safe spot, I think. Isn't this safe? Yeah. Like, I don't know where all the safe spots are, so... Ew, that's... Yeah, that's gross. Does that when judges make something that would help us? Yo, did that actually happen? Where they were trying to improve and actually make a working system, and they got sapped with a C&D? Did Wizards actually do that? I mean, that doesn't surprise me, but that's ridiculous if that happened. Like, give me a week. I bet I could make something that runs 10 times better than Weir does. It's not an entirely complex thing to do. It's just making it efficient. Oh wait, I don't need this. I shouldn't have got that. We actually don't need it. What was I going to do? I had to mark something off. What was I marking off? Oh, the shovel. That's right. Oh my god, $10 for a single arrow. Alright, let's do, clean out this section. Even though this is not going to be anything, it never is. Like, I've never seen this be anything when you sequence break it. Never. It never happens. Alright, so we can efficiently check everything all the way around to Hype Cave. So this is going to be incredibly efficient. Alright, so we gotta get these.
I've got my lunch.
So I think we're gonna go all the way to do Fat Fairy here. It just seems efficient.
Oh my goodies, cuties. I guess I better start some.
I have not been to Hype Cave yet, no. There's been no reason to. I haven't had a reason to go there yet. So, I'm doing it now. Ooh, I left that really dangerously close to that portal. Okay. Like, I left that really fucking close to that portal. Yeah, it's like there's never anything actually at Hype Cave anymore, so... Alright, so far the smithy route has been very, very uneventful. So we'll do this, we'll turn in the bomb, we'll check Pyramid, we might even go all the way to Cat. Because we're running out of things to check. I mean, maybe we take the Fire Rod and we go to Skullwoods? But as it stands right now, unless we find something here, we're slowly running out of things to do. The ice rod. Remember that, because that's what I need to happen tonight, because I'm not gonna fucking search hell and back for that fucking ice rod. God, I hope Spike Cave doesn't have anything. I'm gonna be so pissed. Let's try this. There we go. Good bomb dupe.
on her finger that you're wearing.
There's one. There's Meyer. That, the bomb dupe skip, it's not too difficult. You have a couple of chances at it. It's when you get started. I don't normally do it in tournament matches because it's a pretty decent time loss, and plus 100 rupees if you screw it up. So I don't normally do it, but in races like this, I'll do it. Good time to get half magic, because I was about to have to use my green goo. Shit. You know what I didn't do this weekend I was going to do? And I didn't do it. I didn't learn the spooky glitch with the fire rod in here. I was going to do that this weekend, god damn it. I didn't do it. I was going to do that this weekend. I didn't do it. God damn it. That was my homework for this weekend, and I just didn't do it. Just like high school and college, I didn't do my homework. I didn't do homework at all when I was growing up. I coasted through both high school and college. Oh, is it really? I've got the link. I bookmarked it. That's awesome, actually. If we can tap into that API, I could have a lot of fun with that. I could have a lot of fun with that. I could have the bonk bot just go crazy. Bonkbot could do all the things! So what are we missing? Flippers and Bombos. One of those two has to be in Spike Cave. You know it, I know it, the American people know it. Yeah. No, shit, I'm the same way. I graduated with a 357, and I didn't do shit. The only thing that I actually put time into were my, I put time into my, my big majors. My major projects I actually committed time to. But it's like I didn't need to for anything else. Did I get an item in here? I don't even remember what I got. It was small key, compass. What was my? I don't even recall what I got for the second one. I think it was an item. So, oh, I got the big key already. Right. You know what's funny? I actually need to learn Docker this week for work. It's interesting that came up when it did. Is I actually have a project with a client that I'm starting this week that I need to learn Docker. It's a it's a different technology. It's a API technology. I have a BCG project that starts in 2 weeks, and I'm doing self-training on it. I mentioned to you I was doing training this next 2 weeks. That's it. It's that and .NET Core shit, which can't wait to learn that shit. But it's funny that actually came up the way that it did, because I'm learning it this week for work. So one of these has got to be a key. And then the other one's got to be an item. .NET Core. So, I mean, I do .NET programming probably with 60-70% of my projects. But, This project requires .NET Core. Which I know of in theory, but I've never actually practiced it, so... We have a lot of clients that are Windows-based, so .NET is kind of our go-to. Oh no, I just realized this is going to be a lag fest. Because of where we're at and with our equipment, this is going to be a lag fest fight, because we're going to have to use Cane of Burna. Mostly because we're on Blue Mail 5 hearts, and we don't have silvers. Boy, if we knew Spooky Glitch, we'd already be through. 4.5 hearts. Because I can't stop blowing myself up! Yeah, we're gonna have to use Cane of Burna here. This is gonna be laggy as fuck. But it's the best way to do it. Not only that, it's by far the safest way to do it in this scenario. But prepare yourself for Lagfest 2018, starring Vitreous and all of the eyeballs. We did get another item. I didn't write it down. I know we full cleared it. Yeah, that's what I understood, is that it is actually, it's pretty easy to implement. So, I'm not too concerned about it. Alright. We're out of checks. We have no other checks to make, and we have no progression here. So... we need to start checking Overworld. There's 4 checks we can do on this side, and then there's 3 more over there. So let's do... Should we do Overworld or Dungeon here? I think we're going to do Overworld because it's just quicker. So there's 4 checks to make on here, including the mushroom. And then I still haven't done Zora. Because right now, dungeons, there's only 3 dungeon items that are currently available for us. But we haven't done Bonk Rocks or any of this shit, so we're going to do the Bonk Rocks graveyard checks. We need to find Bombos or Flippers. Yeah, Myra's been checked. I did it all when I was in Desert. You know, I just realized I haven't done yet. And I should have just done it, and I didn't. I have not checked Spike or Bumper Cave yet. I haven't checked that yet. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I do not believe I checked Bumper Cave. Alright, we gotta turn that mushroom in now. It's Mushroom, Zora, and that's about it. Got a brain fart there for a second. Nothing's ever on Bumper Cave. I wanted to actually drink this. I'm gonna fill up with a bottle. Fill up my bottle here. It probably is Spike Cave at this point, honestly. It wouldn't shock me if it was at this point. But we're not going to check it. We're going to check it last. And the reason we're going to check it last is if it's there, we've already lost. So I don't mind checking it last. We're still 2 items away, so... And we know that one of them is... Well, it's not that. This is actually logical. Because it was a good check to make at the time. Now it's just not. Because if it's there, we don't stand a chance. We just don't. So I'm going to check everything else first. Including probably... God damn, why are we bonking everything under the sun? I could have done this at the same time as what I just did, but that's fine. Including going into probably Desert and Thieves Town. Or not Thieves Town, Skullwoods. We're probably going to do those checks first. The other thing is, Blaine is in this race, and I know Blaine will go out of his way to check that every time without fail. He won't skip it. He'll go into it when it's not even logically there. I mean, it's just the way he is, so... Man, we're still 2 items away here. And there's only one of these items that can be logically where we're going to check next. But Bombos could be there. Damn it. Oh, come on, you're fucking with me now. The thing I don't like about this check is that it doesn't tell us where flippers are. But it could give us bombos. There is one item that's at... Ooh, that's bad. There's one item that is in sequence on this route, and we are doing it. Well, the thing... Spike Cave is not a difficult check to make. It really isn't. It takes, what, 30, 40 seconds to do that check? I don't think it's a good check right now. Like, I think it's more likely that we have, like, Zora having, like, vanilla flipper. Oh, fuck, I hate it when that happens. That is annoying. That's so annoying. And we're just off to the left. The thing is that obviously flippers cannot be here, but it could be at the Zora check. So we're just gonna get that out of the way. But Bombos could be here, and that's what's important. But if Bombos is at Zora, then we know where to go. Then we absolutely need to go to Turtle Rock. Motherfucker. Alright, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Fuck that. God damn it, I hate when I fuck that up. This is the one point where you actually really want it. This is going to be a heartbreaker if this is here. I mean, we knew that was gonna happen. So now we kind of gotta hope that flippers aren't in here. We have to hope that flippers are not in here. The only chance that we've got at this point is that flippers are not in here. Yeah, but you didn't have to come in here at this point, because you didn't have Kane at that point either. Where was Kane at? I'm trying to think where Kane was. We got Kane fairly early, but I don't remember where it was. Where was Kane at? And we know Ice Rod was at Hype Cave. And there was a required item at Fat Fairy. And people are just as stubborn about doing Fat Fairy. Was it Sea House? That makes sense. I think that's where it was. Yeah, I thought we got it pretty early. Try something here. I'm timing this in my head. I don't know. I still don't think it's quicker than mirroring out. I see everybody doing it this way, but it seems just as fast, if not faster, to mirror back. I'd have to sit there and actually clock it. I have no idea. Oops. You dropped that. So, somebody will probably be done in the next 5-10 minutes based off of what we're seeing here. If flippers are in here at least, then somebody's going to be done within the next 5 or 10 minutes. If flippers are not in here, then we're actually still okay because there's a lot of shit where those flippers could be. We know Pedestal is dead. We don't have to worry about the ped check. Flippers can't be there. I did not check Bumper Cave. I know, I'm like 90% sure I didn't check the Bumper Cave check. But most likely flippers are in here. Most likely flippers are in here. So, okay, good news, bad news. Good news is we get to full clear swamp, or we get to go mode Swamp Hounds. So, this, I don't know. If you came in here early, you might have actually... It might have hurt you. Oh, shit. I missed that. I'm not sure. Paradox Cave was pretty weak. I don't think there was... well, no, Paradox Cave had Moon Pearl. My bad. Paradox Cave had Moon Pearl, but beyond that, it was nothing. But I did have the Moon Pearl. Could have saved 30 seconds there. So I'm not sure how this... this might play out okay. Because you could have full cleared swamp looking for shit. I'm not sure how this plays out. I mean, there is good about... You know, there is an advantage of doing this, but... Basically, you're gonna get the ice rod when you go there anyway. So, I don't know, I think it's difficult to... It's difficult not to have been in go mode by the time you've got to the ice rod. I mean, Ether's tricky. Ether was a little tricky. There's a little bit of hope, but I have a feeling something's still going to be done really soon. Nothing I need to do here. Fuck. Fuck. Get away, you fucker. See if we can get the quick kill on this one. It's really easy with butter, as long as you don't fuck up the open. Like that. Well, again, if you're gonna fuck that up, this is the race you want to do it in. Don't do it tonight. I've only got that successfully a couple of times. I know, I don't have the timing down on it yet. Alright, so... we just save quit here. Yeah, I think it's unlikely, but there is a scenario where you would have gone into Turtle Rock and kind of gone down the rabbit hole early. It's possible. It's not likely. It's possible. This definitely feels like a 120. Like somebody should finish this by 120. We're looking at a 130 in that range right now. Because we did clear a lot of Overworld. But we do get to go mode one of the easier, or one of the better go mode dungeons, so... Depending on... it's all going to come down to how many people full cleared Swamp looking for, like, Ice Rod. Or not Ice Rod. You wouldn't do this for Ice Rod, because you would have found it. Like Ether. Let's say Ether. Ether's probably the trickiest piece. The problem is, if you're go-moding Ether, you're go-moding Swamp, which was almost a Godmire. It was really close. And that's going to save you 3-4... It's going to save you, like, 2-3 minutes, we'll say. So, effectively, that death, that bonk death, cost us probably 5 minutes. Maybe 10. But, again, it would have taken us down a very different road. So, I guess it's very possible that it was a blessing in disguise. Unlikely, but it's possible. Okay. Honestly, at this point, if we can at least get to GT before somebody finishes, I'll actually be satisfied with that, based off of how this has gone. It's kind of that secondary wins. Like, okay, that's fair. We're still 2 or 3 minutes away from GT, so no one is done yet. So not quite as far away as I thought, but with both Farame and Blaine in this, one of those two is going to finish fairly quick. They have to. Especially Blaine. Now, Blaine, and he's just finished. I was just about to say, he could have gotten into trouble with that. He could have gotten actually trouble with that, that bombers, but that makes sense. Damn it. Oh, good Argus. God damn it, you fuck. Yeah, that bonk cost us pretty severely. Yeah. Cost us pretty bad. Beyond that, everything else went swimmingly. We knew that wasn't good. That was gonna be an item he was not gonna miss.
No, it's kind of funny. When you just said swimmingly, you're inside of water.
This is true.
So it makes sense.
One that flippers are required for. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to GT. The problem is we had a really inconvenient death that cost us an item, and it was the Go mode item. 30, 40 minutes in, something like that. Pretty early.
Oh, not totally early, but early enough.
We got in early enough, yeah. 8 or 9, something like that.
Oh yeah, you have your final race tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been here before. Right there cost me this race, probably. Or at least cost us a lot of time. That little spot right there. Well, Farame's not done yet, but Farame can't be that far behind. Speaking of Boyne, I wonder if he's still on emulator. I know he's had to have gotten his NT by now. He had to have gotten it by now. It doesn't take that long to ship. I got mine in like 5 days. Shit. We're gonna be a little pressed here. Should be fine. Red claws. Oh, boo! It's one of these. I hate that. When you see it and you're like, man, if only I had done the right-left route. Boo. But then I wouldn't have those beautiful red clothes. So what do we have? Just one blue goo? I think that's all we have. Whoops. Oh, shit. Fuck that up. Let's see if we can have a gauntlet like we had yesterday. Yesterday's gauntlet run was insane. The one for the Plando, the one we did for on that Plando was just absolutely bonkers. It's probably the best gauntlet I've ever had. Not awful so far, but not quite as good. Ooh, that one hurt. That's actually not too bad. I'll take it. That's not a bad gauntlet. It could have been a lot worse. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be careful there. I only have 4 hearts. I should be a little careful here, but... Oh, it's the hearts. Where's the heart? It's over here. Jesus. We'll never find out. Unless it's in validation chest. That's probably the only chest I'm gonna open. There's not... We open just about everything, so... You know, we didn't miss much. There's Farami finishing. Assumed that was gonna happen. Been having bad timing with that lately. Kitty dreaming. It's okay, Bubby. It's okay, Bubby. That is not the worst item in the world to get. Although it's not needed with butter sword. Shit. Yeah. This is gonna be interesting. I let it go just a second too soon. Actually need to be careful. God! Motherfucker! Really? Jesus. Alright, do not hug the pig. Do not hug the pig. I understand he's very huggable. I'm just gonna play this safe. Don't go left. Please don't go left. Go right. Where the hell could it have been in the light world? I'm not gonna get this one. I mean, we pretty much full cleared. Unbelievable. Ah. Yeah, I know I have a blue goo and I should have just burned it, but I don't think I can't remember the last time I've taken damage doing that. But apparently the tip of his toe touched me, so figure that the fuck out. Do that on purpose. Let's play a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I need booze. I think I need booze.
What?
I think I need booze. I need some booze. I need booze. Get your numbers in, ladies and gentlemen. We got those boots midway. I think it was early. We got it like what 20, 30 minutes in the. It was Hookshot Cave, right? Wasn't it Hookshot Cave? Because we got the hookshot from... Yeah, we definitely had him before. We got him right at our death. That cost us the first 10-15 minute. That cost us the bombos. So yeah, it was in Hookshot Cave because we got Hookshot from Hera. Ah, that is fucking frustrating. You about ready for some catch time?
Huh? What?
You gonna be ready?
Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm almost done here, so. I'm gonna call my dad real quick. Oh my god! Why are we so bad lately? This is frustrating. It's just so frustrating. It's so fucking frustrating to lose that much time off of that. Because we would have done... So we got Bombos. At that point, we would not have had Kane yet. We wouldn't had any of the three yet. So we go down, we do the standard route, we find Fire Rod. We do the route around. We find Ice Rod. Or no, we find Kane. We do that, we got Ice Rod. We don't have Flippers yet. But we would have checked 5-6. We would have gone up, done that. We would have gotten Ether. We would have full cleared Mire. We would have gone... No. We would have changed... Nothing on our route would have changed. We would have done the route exactly the same, except we wouldn't have done all the fucking overworld locations. The route would have remained the same. We would not have changed anything on our route. The route would have been exactly the same. So, yeah, because we leave from... We leave from there, we do Pod, we do Eastern. We go back, we head over, we do Thieves Town. We do the South route. With Bombos in tow already, but we can't go in there yet. We get the Fire Rod. At that point, we have Fire Rod, we have Kane, we find Ice Rod. And because we have 5-6 open, we go up really quick. We check the pyramid. We get Ether at that point. We don't go to Catfish. We exit out. We go to Mire. We still full clear Mire at that point because we don't have the Flippers yet. But then immediately we go to Turtle Rock. We clear Turtle Rock. We find the Flippers. We do that. Yeah, 10-15 minutes lost on that. It's probably a 10-minute loss on the death on Spike Cave. And then we lose. And then we lost another 2-3 minutes on the Ganon death. Hey, Boyne. So, Boyne, do you want to hear the coolest way how to lose 15 minutes? Die on Silverless Ganon in Phase 4. And then, when you're going from Hookshot Cave back to check Spike Cave with Green Mail, miss and bonk off the pillar going into the... off the bridge, into a Lionel and die, and then just don't go back to Spike Cave for an hour. That's the coolest way to lose 15 minutes. Yeah, you know, you get to the point where you boot up and then you're going to boot straight across. I was just slightly north. I bounced off the top right back into a Lionel. They do 6 hearts of damage, don't they, on Greenmail? Insta-death, decide, I don't need to go to Spike Cave. End up full clearing Overworld before going back. By the way, where the fuck were the Silvers had to be either on Sashrala. No, they had to be. Well, they could have been in Mimic Cave too. I guess we didn't check Mimic Cave. There's only 4 Overworld locations in Light World where those Silvers could have been, and 3 of them were inaccessible. I checked everything else. Mimic Cave, both tablets, and Sasharala. That's the only place those silvers could have been, so... Unless it was in Mimic Cave, which I don't think anybody would have checked, because you would have been go mode as soon as you found the flippers. God, that's fucking frustrating. Losing that much time on a death via bonk. Just because we had green mail at that point. That's just frustrating. Ah! Just want to take this and just, ah! Yeah, flippers or ether would be. I figured ether would be a little bit tricky, but if we wouldn't have changed anything on the route, even if we had the bombos. I was reviewing it after this. The route wouldn't have changed. Because you got 5-6 super early, and when you finish the Hype Cave route, when you got the Ice Rod, you just go straight north, you turn that bomb in. And nothing in my route would have changed. It would have been exactly the same route, except not doing 10 minutes of overworld checks. I wouldn't have done Zora. I wouldn't have done Catfish. Wouldn't have done Graveyard check. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit that I would have skipped. So be it. Whatever. Uh-oh. 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 I stole another one from you guys. Oh my god, this should have been the easiest seed ever. It was very, very linear. Very linear. So, whatever, shit happens. Alright, boys and girls, that's going to do it for right now. I'm going to go get a little bit of food in me. And got to enjoy some couch time with my lovely wife before racing this evening. So, race is at 7. Last time I checked, we're still in Speed Gaming 4. I haven't looked today, but race is at 7 o'clock Central. Obviously, standard procedure. You know, it's a delayed stream and all that jazz. So, I will not be on until then. So, thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. I just got to play smart and not make stupid mistakes. Like bonking and dying and losing 10 minutes. So, that's all I got to do. So, all right, boys and girls, we're out of here. Have a great Sunday, and we'll catch you guys tonight.